Says I'm going live. That's good. Let's get myself straightened out here. See, there's some people here already. What time is it? 6:51. You are some real early birds here today, huh? And Captain Billy, who's that handsome man there? Who is that? I can't tell who that is. I can't really see who that is. It almost looks like our quarterback that got pulled over for 100 and some miles an hour. And it's funny because LeBron James, I don't know if this is true, but I saw a meme that LeBron James got pulled over when he was 23 years old doing 100 miles an hour on the same highway. And so now Shedder, he did the same thing. So that's amazing. Hey, Dean. Stewart and flip-flops. Guys, girls, get your water. Get your water, because most of you are going to have some, if you haven't already, you're going to get some steamy weather coming up, which is okay. For Ohio, once in a while we get it. It's okay. I'm not going to complain about it. Yorktown, where it's hot. Hello, David. And there's from LJ, Georgia. Hey, Rich, steamy Philadelphia. Nancy from Spokane. Jennifer, how are you? I know you guys started before me here, so. Midwest Old Man, how are you? Jennifer, we said. Captain Billy, of course. And I think I got all of you. 94 in Minnesota. Yeah, but it's going to happen. Once in a while it happens. So, we've been fairly cold and rainy. And so now this is like, it's just switching from cold and rainy and windy to now it's going to be hot and humid. And then it's going to go back to rain again. So it's been an interesting year so far. Back home from the Jersey Shore, just in time for the heat wave. Yeah. Hi, Sherry, Tennessee. Hello, Noreen. You're not late. These, they got early bird dinners at these restaurants for a reason, I guess, is because it's same here. Retired folks, they want to get the early bird special. So they sign on early. Yarn motivated. How are you? Hey, Sherry M. You're going to miss the heat dome this time. Oh, that's good for you. Now, don't tell me the bugs are going to come out. Bridget, 83 humid with windy in Newport, Michigan. Yeah, you probably got the same thing. We got 86 and humid, but I'm not going to complain. It's not bad. It could be a lot worse. My poor tomatoes, though, they're not liking all this wetness and rain. Their leaves are starting to turn yellow. Hey, Mark. Their leaves are starting to turn yellow, and hopefully this dry spell we're going to have for the next hot dry spell we're going to have for the next 3 days is going to help them out. Retired 2019. You were watching my other video. Yeah, I did one earlier about volunteering. Doug from muggy Houston. It's always muggy in Houston. Back northwest. How are you? I was watching, hot in North Carolina. Yep. Going to be hot everywhere. Windy in Kansas, too, yeah. Now, Kathy, do you have a tornado shelter? Because if I was living in Kansas, I would have a tornado shelter. We have a basement, but we actually thought about building something different here. And I saw one guy, a video where he did one on his garage floor. They dug like a pit down there, and then they have this rolling door that goes over it. It's a steel door. I thought that was kind of interesting, and that's his tornado shelter, so it's kind of cool. Finally getting hot weather all at once. Good to see you again. Thank you, Anna. Beth, for my sister in Akron, LeBron gives a lot back. He does. I mean, he grew up he his life wasn't easy growing up. Not to say anybody else's was, but um, I think I know a little bit of an inside scoop because I was working with a drug counselor for work, and we would have to do drug seminars to keep our workman's comp rates low. So we were doing these seminars, and this one guy that we hired, he basically, long story short, LeBron's mom was a mess. She was a real mess, and so he grew up. It was tough. It was tough for him. So to give back and to do those type of things, people can say whatever they want to say about him, but that's pretty good. And he built those schools. I think he built some charter schools. So he's all right. Sipping the water for sure. Yeah, Helen, you better. That's right. Hey, Keith. June 30th is your last day of work. Oh my gosh, that is great. I know, it's only 63. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Noreen. Yeah. No, that's when he comes home from work. So he's right on time. Yeah, Bridget, congratulations. So you aren't motivated. Your hubby and you will be retiring on June 27th. Excellent. Congratulations. Katie, the party started without you. It sure did. 114. Yeah, but if you live in the desert, you're going to get that. Hey, George. Yeah, good to see you too. Your dad had a steel pit in the ground, called it the Love Dungeon. I could just imagine. Sunny Arizona, cool. Another week and a half for you. That's right. Then you're going to go part-time, Scott. That's right. Just came back from a fishing. Yeah, the walleye are biting. They have that head boat out. I think it's in East Lake now. Yeah, I can't even think of it now. And they were loading up on them. They were loading up, but they want I don't know, was it $60 or $70 a head? I mean, it's not cheap. Look for an old house with a 60s fallout shelter. Had one in El Paso in 63. I tell you what, with the tornadoes and the weather, you can always count on at least 2 or 3 good-sized tornadoes coming through the U.S. every year, and you just never know where they're going to be. Mississippi, it seems like Mississippi, Missouri, Kansas, they seem to be like at the top, 3 or 4 destinations. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Being retired a few months now, Buzz. Biggest thing I found was one work folks were just coworkers too good to focus on old friends. 3 home repairs. The home repairs are expensive. Time or distance. Yeah, home repairs are expensive and getting more so. Yeah, your work folks, that's what they are. They're it's just that they're busy. They're still working. And I don't criticize them because they're hustling, man. They're still doing their 40 hours or whatever and taking care of their family and doing all their, you're an afterthought to them. You're sitting here, we sit here and dwell on it sometimes, but we shouldn't because we're just the gossip loop, because that's what keeps a lot of people talking, is the gossip. What he did, she did, the company did, what they're doing here, what they're doing there. Once you're out of that loop, you're out of that loop. So your brother-in-law has a boat. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Yes, Carlos from sunny California. Good for you. Yeah, you guys got some decent weather out there most of the time. Beautiful day in New England. No humidity. 80 gentle breeze. Next few days. That's not too bad. I wonder, Mary, are you close to the water that you can get near the water? I think Lowe's sells a little storm shelter you can bury. Oh, really? That's kind of interesting. Well, with the basement we have, but that's kind of interesting. Walleye are feasting on fish flies. Yeah, well, there's what do they call those? It's funny how I can't remember certain words because I never say them. but they come the mayflies. I think they're mayflies that come off the lake. They've affected pitchers in the old stadium or the new stadium actually for baseball, and they'll just the mayfly hatch or whatever comes around this time and they just get loaded up everywhere, and walleye are eating them like crazy. There's already 97 watching. No, you're not late. I think we started early. I don't know what the heck happened. It's like the we started like the old man, old woman special, the elderly special. Hot in Indiana, says Cindy. Bobby Mosier, how you doing? Retired 2019. You need some bucket list ideas. Oh boy, there's a lot of people here that'll help you with that. Yeah, you don't need a boat, Nancy. You just need people to take you out. Northwest Wisconsin, 95. Yeah, I'm just so glad for air conditioning. Fates Lieutenant, and very thankful to be out of that loop. You're darn right. Yeah, the mayflies, Dean. That's right. Did you have any out there? Are you still enjoying the Metro Parks Rocky River? So nice in Cleveland. Yeah. Yes. Metro Parks is really doing some fantastic stuff too. They've expanded quite a bit, and we get levies put on our. We pay some taxes for that, but everybody votes for them hands down because they've spent their money well, and they preserve areas. They have really made areas a lot better, bike paths, and just they pick areas from the lake all the way to Akron, and they do a fantastic job. Great Dayton Air Show today. Oh, you got to see the air show, huh? Oh yeah, Eli, be careful of that sunburn. Watch a channel. It's above ground that attaches to the concrete. Costs $10,000. Ooh, hey Theo, how you doing? My brother has a sailboat on Lake Erie. It's big enough to sleep in. Wow. I don't like sail. I'm not a big boating fan. That's the problem because I get that when you start, doing this all day long, it's like, and I don't care what they say. If you take that Dramamine, even if it's the one that doesn't make you tired, it still makes you tired. Trust me. If you're on time, you're late. Well, that's some people say, right? Lakers sold for $11 billion. Wow. Huh. We live 10 miles from the ocean. That's good. All right, that's good, Mary. That's not too far. Yeah, Mayfly out with the Mayflies, yeah. I was re-enlisted by the Thunderbirds commander once. What? 107 watching, 37 thumbs up. Well, it's 47 now. And some people disappeared. Yeah, you think you're happy for the air conditioning. But remember, we were talking about this, I think, Wednesday, I believe. If I remember correctly, we were talking about how I didn't have air conditioning central air until 96. I mean, 1996, not 1896. So, I went through all my life with box fans and ceiling fans weren't even a thing when we were young. There's no drowsy Dramamine puts me to sleep. You better believe it. That's what I said. I don't believe any of those things that say it doesn't make you tired. Ah, so Arlene, you can't get the fresh fish because that's a sad. Yeah. I used to go out with my father-in-law all the time. We take the head boats. There's one out of Cuyahoga County, out of the river. The other one, well, there's one in Fisherman's Wharf, is out by Sandusky area, which is a good drive, Port Clinton. And then you have to go all the way out to East Lake to get the Linda May, I think it's called. So there's like nothing really happening close by as far as head boats, which are walk-on boats where you can fish for, $50, $60, $70 or whatever it is a head. Time to hit the lake tomorrow. That would be nice. East of the Hood River in the northeast corner of the state. Spent the afternoon buying furniture. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the big ice blocks, yeah. You know what? Guess what we have now? I just got a brochure. The Milkman's coming back. I better get the chastity belt for my wife. But yeah, the milkman's coming back. They got the glass bottles. They're selling everything off the milk truck again. You just put the order in and they drop it off. I thought that was really cool. She was looking into it, of course. I didn't look into it yet, but I got to check it out online. I had central AC when I lived up north. No, window AC is not the same. No, we had a big air conditioner we put in this living room window before we put the addition on in '96. That's when we got our central air. And there were times, and Mrs. Buzz reminded me just the other day, there were times when we actually slept in the living room because the other rooms didn't have the air conditioning. They just had ceiling fans. And we actually slept in the living room. It was so hot. So I remember those days. Been 7 years since we used our air conditioning. Wow. Is it broken? Yeah, you prefer the heat to the cold winter. Yeah. The heat, you can take off clothes and you can do some stuff. And you can hide. You can do the same thing in the wintertime, but at least you can be outside. And it's not, come nighttime, like right now, there's a nice breeze. Yeah, it's 86, but I'm not in the sun. I was actually thinking about doing this outside, but I decided not to because of the planes and the breeze. But yeah, once, 6, 7 o'clock comes around, starts getting nicer. Why does my daughter look like the milkman? That's right. Left Ohio for the grand snow flurries tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Ductless mini splits to replace. Oh, yeah, I've heard about those. AC will spoil you. That's right. He added a window AC to the rear door right where I sat. How do you, Bus? How did you and your wife? How many years? I think you left out how we met. We met down at the Cleveland Agora. Oh boy. Hey, Rich, thank you. Now you guys are. I got to catch up here. Cleveland Agora back in '83. We married. I'm sorry, in '81. I think we married in '83. Had our first daughter in '85. So I think we're coming on 42 years. I think I have to take my shoes off to do the math. Montana is supposed to get a snowstorm. Well, good for them. AC is a must in the Arizona desert. Captain Billy changed his thing again. I didn't see. Lived on an island off of the coast of Maine. No AC. Yeah. Fire up the oil burner. Yeah. It's cold. I think it's too cold up there for me. AC is an absolute must down here in central Alabama. Yeah, absolutely. Swamp coolers won't even work down there because of the humidity, right? Audacity training with Mike, 113 here the other day. Wow. Florida weather in Ohio finally. Yeah, it seems that's true. You got a mini split there? Okay. Yeah, thanks again, Rich. I appreciate that. Swamp coolers yeah, I think swamp coolers would be great in Arizona. With hardly any humidity, those things would be super. Because it does two things, it puts humidity in the air, but depending on if you're using them inside. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Yeah, 42 years. That's right. She put up with me. I can't believe it. No AC my school in the 80s in South Georgia. No, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember there was days where it was so hot, but we had to suffer through it. But this is Ohio, not Georgia. Big difference. We don't get that much bad, hot weather. Yeah, Hartzler's Arlene. Hartzler's in Worcester has got. I don't know if that was the name of it, but there is somebody coming around now. Are you going to have an open house and invite us all over for a tour when you're done with the bathroom? Yes, someday. If I could tell you all the things that are going on, you just wouldn't believe it. There's a lot I don't tell you guys, obviously, but there's just a lot going on with some things. So nothing bad, but just time consuming. Captain Billy still is handsome, yeah. Until the monsoon days show up, right? You got that? Yeah. Okay. So, How much savings did you feel comfortable with retiring with? That was into the equation, but let's just say that when I retired, I was seriously like 95% going to get another job because I didn't feel I was ready money wise. Let's just leave it at that. And then, you know, I picked up the YouTube channel, got monetized in January 2024. And, you know, like I said, I got lucky this in 2024 because we made, before taxes, we made 18 grand. And, you know, if I can, and it's not going to happen this year for sure. It's not, I don't even think I'll get half of that. You know, last year was nice. So that's why I said maybe in wintertime, I'll pick up a part-time job or, you know, for two reasons. One, to get out of the snow and cold, you know, and when you can't do anything and, you know, be inside and make some money at the same time. Thinking about it, but we'll see. Oh, Nats from Middle Georgia. They gave us milk with lunch. Yeah. Would love story time with Buzz. Story time. If it makes you feel better, I'm not doing my bathroom remodel yet either. Yeah, but yours is a lot nicer looking than mine. I saw your picture. One step at a time. Yeah, I know. Out to dinner with the better half. Have a great show. Well, thank you, Rick's retirement journey. Hey, just saw to you web creators out there or channel creators. Hey, Carl. Anybody who's a channel creator, I just wanted to give you a fair warning. I got an email yesterday, and I don't know if it's legit. It's from Google AdSense, and that's who pays us. And there was an email said my payment information changed. So I didn't click on the link. I went to Google AdSense, and nothing changed. So today, before this show, because I had forgotten about it, before this show, I contacted. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can go up to the right, and there's a chat box, a text thing, and they're very responsive if you've never used them before. And they can check your channel stuff, and they can check your AdSense, and they did, and they said don't do anything. Your stuff looks fine, which is what I said too. So I don't know if it was a mistake that Google AdSense sent that or if it was some kind of phishing email, but the return address looked good, even though it was a no reply, but it was payments at Google, no reply. So it looked legit enough that I'm hoping it was just a mistake on their part. Because the people, so if you're a creator out there and you get that email, don't be surprised. Hello, Jerry Wells. How are you? We wouldn't buy you housewarming gifts, but bathroom warming gifts. Oh boy. Monogram toilet paper. Now that's a good idea. I like that. You'd be a great fit. Yeah, but Noreen, I don't know anything. That's the problem. I had to ask for help on my lawnmower or my wheelbarrow. Yeah, how's my new accountant working out? Guess what? He still hasn't talked to me. Rat. So the Nat line. I never heard of a Nat line, but Dana's Garden Retreat. How are you? You've got you're back from vacation, huh? And you got your garden looking good. No, actually, Juan, hold on. So if you guys remember, my wheelbarrow, the tire wouldn't fit. So Juan made a comment. So I got threaded rod, which is the same 2 feet as the other one. And then I bought some stainless steel nuts, washers, lock washers, etc. So I'm going to put the wheel. Actually, I should try it out, right? So this is the Harbor Freight wheel, because if you guys remember, I'm going from a pneumatic tire to a solid tire. Hey, that's going to work pretty good. Uh-oh. Oh, you got to put it in straight. So they only had one at Harbor Freight, so I ended up buying that one. And I'll just use the one. I'll have a pneumatic, and then I'll get the pneumatic tire fixed. So if the other one blows, I'll just switch that out and then eventually buy another one. But they were $37 each. So, and it's a double wheel wheelbarrow, which is the only one I would recommend. Those single wheelbarrows I don't like. I've had too many of them, and I tip them over because I can't walk straight. So the double wheels is the only way to go, if you ask me. Part-time winter job in Florida. That might be an idea. Where was I? Open house. Where's your favorite restaurant? Oh, I don't know. Never click on an email link. You did the right thing. Yeah, even if it was legit. Be thankful you're not familiar with the net line. You know, I'm going to look it up. We can't install bidets in Arizona because the water comes out boiled. Oh, really? Come on, really? I want to know if your wife or your dog loves you more. Lock them both in a crate for an hour and see which one is happy to see you. Yeah, I just my video. I don't know if you've all seen it. This is what I. This was my the puppy. I did a volunteer shift yesterday just to help out. My normal shift is Monday for 2 hours, Monday morning, and I took a Thursday shift. It was an hour and a half because they were looking for people. They post when, you know, they're short people, and I decided to take it. And that's the first time I got to deal with the puppies. You have to go in a pen. You can't walk them. So you sit with the puppy for a while, and I'll tell you what, that dog is going to get adopted quickly. And there's another plane. My husband was told at Lowe's to look up the part number on Amazon and bring them in, find them in the store, so you don't know to. I know anywhere I would work, because I did this at work. I learned all of our products. And one job I had as a parts keeper, I had to learn the part numbers of every single thing that we had. I mean, I still remember one because Mike, the guy, when I was young, the guy said, now this part is over here, and it was a bracket that went on a riding mower. And he said, now the part number is 14049287. I'm going to quiz you next week, and you better get that part number right. And I swear, from that day on, every time there was a part number that came up, I tried to memorize it. And I tell you what, just those little things that the older people tell you to do, if you take it to heart, they can pay dividends. So anybody would, you know, someone say, well, what's this? What's this? They show me a part or a nut. That's 712-287. That's a quarter 20 lock nut. That's, you know, and I would know all those things, which was kind of cool, you know. So I would do the same thing at a Lowe's or a Home Depot. And I do it now. Like I'm walking through and I'm like trying to memorize like where they have stuff and you know, like where this bin, you know, what's supposed to be in here, what's supposed to be in there. And I try to look at the prices. And so I think I would be good at least memorizing where everything was at. So we got a gullible crowd, huh? Yeah, I took that picture of me and the puppy. Don't park the car in the garage when the tornado comes. I actually have this big elm. It's a Siberian. Is it a Siberian elm? Let me think. Yeah, it's a Siberian elm according to my Plant Snap app. And I tell you what, some of those branches look dead up there. And the cost of taking them down is going to be, I just wait till they fall. But the problem is they're going to fall on my garage. Hey, John. Yeah, thank you, Nancy. I have to use all the produce codes. Oh, some of them from the, yeah. You watched it 3 times. Did you fall asleep 2 times? That's usually what happens. I know I do that. I hate to admit it. I'm watching some video and it's like the video ends and I'm like, did I even watch it? It's like I fell asleep. I've been trying so hard to catch up. Great Cats walking on my plywood, shaking the whole thing here. Um, yeah, I've been trying to catch up on everybody's videos. I even missed Steve's retirement corner. He did the live on every Thursday or every 3 weeks, and usually I'll see something or I'll catch up to it somehow. And I missed. I'm like an hour late. I was so disappointed in that, and so I've been trying to catch up on some. We got our last cat through the Humane Society. I'd be worried if I want to adopt all the animals. Yeah, you sometimes you think that, but I haven't felt that way yet. Oh yeah, Mark. Oh, you know that. Yep. Any thoughts why my Weber grill wouldn't light 5 years old and used a lot? Well, it depends. If you got that little igniter on there, it could be bad. There's a little igniter probably with a little steel thing on there. Just get some emery cloth, wipe that off, and try it again. Buzz, you've been cooking on the smoker. I have. As a matter of fact, I cooked some chicken thighs, Captain Billy. Some chicken thighs the other day. I have not gone. We decided for the next few months because we got some money things going on with lawyers and there's a whole bunch of crap. We decided not to go to Sam's Club or Costco. Instead, I was going every week, especially to get the rotisserie chickens, and I decided not to do that. So we're going like every other week now. So we're saving a little bit of money there. So I haven't been able to grill too much, but we did have some chicken thighs, so that was good. Do you have any gardening tips? Jack's back? No, I am not a gardener. I am not a gardener. I planted my father-in-law's. That's how I got into gardening. Mrs. Buzz always did our garden with her dad. And I just saw, I'd bring out the water or something. That was about the extent of my help. And I would rototill it for them. And then when he started getting sick and he couldn't do it, I started doing his garden. And then now I'm doing this one here. But I don't have any tips. I'm the last guy you want to talk to about gardening. The quote for dental cleaning for my dog was $7.50. Oh man, that's crazy. You'll toss in $10 for grow a beard Amish style. Oh no, I don't think so. Hey, nice to see you, Smart Scope. Hey, if you missed what I said earlier, I got a phishing email, I think, from Google AdSense. So if you get an AdSense email that says that your payment the way they make a payment to you has changed, you may want to disregard it. So just so you know. Yeah, Captain Billy, I knew that'd wake you up. How's the new raised bed garden? It's going good. The snap peas are coming up because we had all this rain. I've got the carrots. Oh, I haven't seen the carrots, but I got the lettuce and the radishes coming up. I was going to say, let me move this stuff here. So I put these carrots in on the 12th. I put this Lola Rosa lettuce in on the 12th. These are the icicle short top radishes I put in. And another lettuce is called tennis ball. I put that in. So they're all coming up right now, which is cool. And then I did some other like flowers I put out too. Plant 3 times more than you need. Yeah, that's true. Because you can right now all my tomato plants, all 40 some of them are all yellow now because of all that rain. Last week we did Jersey Mike's. Use Buzz as my excuse. Jersey Mike's, we just had that the other day too. It's because if if you buy it like twice, maybe 3 times depending, then you get a free 6-inch. And so we redeemed that. And then I got some coupons too. So somebody sent me some coupons, which is really nice to get one small free. So, but you can't do it online. And I always order it online. So I have to go back in. Mustache is growing back, huh? Yeah, I thought I would let it grow back. But then again, I don't know. I might take it off. I don't know. In my monthly budget for pets helps when there are expenses. Yeah. Expenses. You know, I didn't really notice, so I'll try it again. No plans here for 10 months now. Enjoyed Buzz's earlier episode today. Thank you, John. Most veggies down here just end up bolting. Yeah, because it gets so hot so fast, right? Yep. Find out what is easy to grow and stick with it. That's true. But Dana, you got such a variety of stuff. It's amazing. Just amazing, all the stuff you have. I mean, you got it all over the place. That's a lot of work. All right. I think I got caught up. My daughter is a hygienist, but could never convince her to do my dog's teeth. That's just way too much. I would shop around. There's got to be somebody that would do it. Like, do you have any of those mobile services that might do it? And maybe even PetSmart. PetSmart might do it for you. I don't know. Good to plant radishes and carrots when it's still cold. I know I was late because I didn't get the, you're right. But I was late because I didn't get the raised bed done until later. So next year that's all in place now. So that'll be nice. I never brushed a dog's teeth. Just give them lots of raw hides. Yeah. Yeah. For 1,500, you'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, that just seems kind of like too much money, but I know people, for their animals, they'll do whatever they have to do. I understand that. My daughter had a cat that ate some string, some yarn or something, and trust me, that cost her a bundle. Hey, a veterinarian college, that might be a good idea. We have used dentist sticks. What's a raised bed? It's just basically a garden at higher level. So you just put in you build up. I've got 3 9.5-inch wide boards stacked up, 8 foot long, 4 foot wide. And then you fill it with logs, and then you fill the rest with soil, about 2 yards, 1.75 yards of soil, and then you plant. And then it's at my belt level, so I don't have to reach down, and I can just pull weeds from belt. I don't have to bend over. That's why I made it one extra board higher. So, because if I just bend my back just even a little bit, it bothers me. So I get to stand straight up and pick weeds and stuff. But I have no weeds yet. They haven't found my garden yet. I don't grow banana peppers, Jack's back. No, I haven't tried those. I haven't tried peppers because a guy at work told me that those are the hardest things to grow. You really have to baby them. So I don't screw around with those. Yeah, because I was just thinking back to Steve's retirement corner. He's got a nice raised bed. He made his, not super wide, but wide enough and he made it so that he can lean or sit on it. He's got some boards there, and he made it really nice, like a U-shaped type thing. And then he's also got the grow bags that he uses along, and he's got the fence where he's growing some peas or beans or something along the fence, and he's got a nice little setup there. I thought about trying to make something like his, but I went with just this big monstrosity. It looks like a coffin. So the little ones will be ready to start flying in a month. How come you're not moving as well as you used to? Can you imagine when we were young telling someone you were brushing your dog's teeth? We have 4 cats, but they get a lot more expensive the older they get. I haven't taken any of our cats to the vet, other than 2 strays that we got. We got one of them was already fixed. We took it to the vet to get it fixed, and it was already fixed, and it ended up, and nobody was claimed it or nothing. And that's Gray Cat, and then Orange Cat ended up on our deck, so we got him fixed up. Um, but the other cats, I don't think we've taken to the vet in a long, long time. Just let the weeds grow taller. Carlos, I don't know, man. That's something. My wife's kitty lived 23 years. That's a long time. You can get all the parts for a Weber grill. I've replaced everything at least once. I tell you what, guys, I think Webers are great grills, but I just can't see the expense. I mean, I walk into Home Depot and I see what's called Nexgrill, Nex grill, and they have a stainless steel 2-burner one. Well, actually, their 4 burners are on sale right now, and I don't want that big of one. I want a little 2-burner, and they have this one that's all stainless steel, and it's $269, and I'm waiting for it to go on sale. The big 4-burner Nexgrills are $229. I mean, they're at super low price. The Weber, comparable Weber, is close to $500 or $600. It's like I just can't. I cannot do it. Yeah, the dog has to go to the vet. Yeah. Many years of sports equals arthritis. Shake it off. Rub a little dirt on it, Dana. I will check on that. Do you remember the upside down tomato thing? I think they retired next to the fallopian Flex Seal. Flex Seal's still good. I think that's good. I actually used Flex Seal in our gutters before we replaced them. It did all right. There's a lot of grill competition. No, Dean, I'll tell you, that next grill, I guarantee you it'll probably rust out in 2 to 3 years, depending on where you store it. I mean, the Weber would last a lot longer, but I'm of the mindset to get 2 grills instead of 1 good one. But I got this charcoal one, but it's just convenient sometimes because I still have the gas tank from the old grill, and it's convenient to just be able to throw something on the gas grill and just have it done very quickly. Because if I make chicken or even like a steak or something on my charcoal grill, I mean, that charcoal is still going for 4 more hours after I take the steaks off. And it's like I want to cook 10 more things and I've got nothing else to cook. So having a gas grill would be really great at the time. 4th of July grill sale? I hope so. Traeger, it's controlled with a phone app. Yeah, Scott, I know. I've seen those too. Those are they're not cheap either. The one I saw, there was actually at Costco. I think they wanted $800 for it, maybe even a little more. For some people, that's worth it to them, but no, not for me. If I was sitting on a ton of money, yeah, maybe I would, but I'm not sitting on a ton of money. So the Flowbee was sold out during COVID. Yeah, I got to figure out a way to cut my hair. Mrs. Buzz won't do it. So 46-year-old Weber. See, that's why when you get a good one, it can last a long time. That sounds like my microwave. You know what? How old my microwave is? Guess what year? Not for a gift card, but guess what year my microwave was manufactured? I'll tell you what. You guess what year my first one that guesses, I will give a gift card to. Guess when my microwave was built, and I'll give you a $25 gift card. Guess what year? And it's working good. There it is. Alton. You got it. 1985. 1985. Angela, you just missed. Angela, you just missed. And Gracie, too, you just missed. Alton got that one. Alton, send me an email. Just make sure. You were close, John. Yeah, 1985. 1985. That's crazy. You said 84? Yeah, it was 85. Yep. Angela, I know. 280 zone. Check me out. Make sure. Yeah, it was a big one, Mark. It's a good size one. Okay, Alton was first grade. Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking every time I use it, it's like, am I getting radiated or what? And I picked out a couple Panasonics and stuff. And the funny part about this microwave, the reason we bought it at B&B Appliance, which is long gone out of business. And the only reason we bought it, I mean, we checked out, features and different things, and it was big, pretty big, but because the light was on top. So you can open a door and take out the light bulb. So when you open the door, the microwave door, you have light. Well, some of them, they were, the lights weren't they were not easily accessible. So we got this one thinking when it goes out, it's just 1, 2, 3. I think we replaced it once since 1985, that light bulb. Yeah, it could have been pricey then too. Yeah, I have not, Noreen. I have not tested it. I don't know. It could be leaking. It's a Motorola by Quazar. Yeah, you did miss something. I've been thinking about, and I told Mrs. Buzz, I said, boy, they had a couple sales at Sam's and Costco on, Sam's Club on this Panasonic. It's a really nice looking one and good size. And of course, the power is even higher and all that. And I said, we should buy this. Let's, one day I'll just have to bring one home and just say, this one's out, but is anyone out there rooting for Indiana? Nope, because you guys beat our Cavs, so I'm not rooting for Indiana. A Motorola microwave. Yep, Motorola by Quazar. Remember that commercial? I think it was, or Quazar by Motorola. Which way was it? I don't remember, but yeah, those commercials were a long time ago. We have a 20-year-old one by Sharp. Replaced the Panasonic. Now we have an old one for bankruptcy, one in the new kitchen. But the new one is cheaper than what you paid for that one. Our first microwave was, yeah, I'm sure it was. Same with the VCRs. Remember the VCRs? I mean, I know somebody on here that still has their old Betamax. I'm not naming any names, but I know it from a good source of information that somebody still has a Betamax out there. They probably paid a big chunk of money for that too. They have weak door switches, easy to replace. Oh, really? If your wife's type near microwave, it's time to replace. Oh, Jeff, I didn't know that. Is that science or is that true stuff? My husband and I cut each own. Oh, well, okay. Well, can you cut mine, Carolyn? It won't take long. Had a microwave for 20 years. Tried to microwave. Oh, yeah. Oh, with a fire? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, Lisa, you had yours in 84, 85, $600. Yeah, Jaws is 50 years old. Peter, that's, it's funny your name's Peter because as soon as I read Peter and then Jaws, I was thinking Peter Benchley. That's how my mind operates. But yeah, 50 years old. That's something. Yeah, Quazar was the he was the guy behind the guy who was the bad guy in Star Wars. Diva D, how are you? I do have one still, but you didn't know that. No, I didn't know, Bill, that you had one. No. Didn't have a microwave as a kid. My mom thought it cost, yeah. We didn't have color TV either. Really? Oh, no, that's kind of strange. I could see the microwave thing because when they came out, people were really hesitant about them. My daughter still won't really use a microwave. I think they have one that's above the stove, but I don't think they use it much. She doesn't like it either. Um, she's just not a fan. But the TV, I don't know. 28 years. Dad still has a 75 Quazar cabinet TV. Yeah, we got our old 1970 something console in the basement. It doesn't have a TV, but it has the 8-track player. Just reminds me of Men in Black when he takes the Elvis tape and puts it in, because I've got an Elvis Aloha from Hawaii 8-track that sometimes when I'm downstairs, I'll turn that on and put it in. Lived in Sydney, swimming at Bondi Beach. Not the same after Jaws. Yeah, I can imagine. That girl just got bit. Where was she at? I think an 8-year-old girl just got her arm bit. She was snorkeling. Where was that? South Carolina, Hilton Head. Just was on the news today, as a matter of fact. She got bit up pretty good. The French fries caught on fire. Wow, that's nuts. Restaurants used to have to post a sign that said micro. Wow, I don't remember that. I remember the no smoking, but I don't remember about the microwaves. Oh, I got a Sears Kenmore, Tim. I got a Sears Kenmore refrigerator still in the basement. It runs, but we don't have it running because it just sucks up electricity like you wouldn't believe. But we use it as a pantry. Keeps the dust out, and I know it might sound crazy, but it's a backup refrigerator. If we, if anything ever happens, we've got a backup. I don't know if it'll still run, but it ran when we unplugged it and bought a new one. Your Sears Kenmore, yeah, showing it here soon. Yeah, it was supposed to be on. Jaws was supposed to be on yesterday, I think. Happy first day of summer and the longest day of the year. Was that today or yesterday? We had an 8-track in the van. Dad kept covering the rust with pieces of metal. Yep. The carrier would put a turkey in front of the radar and cook on 2 minutes. Oh, you got them Minnesota mosquitoes, boy. I don't. That's like, well, you get them down from Canada, right? They grow everything big up in Canada. I believe that accident with the little girl, the 9-year-old was in Florida. The surgeon was amazing. No, there was one in Hilton Head, South Carolina, too. You could be right, Mary, but I think there was another one in Hilton Head. Yeah, you do. You can get money back from your utility company if you get rid of some stuff. I was hoping to get a discount on the. They were talking about if you replaced your fuse box, they were going to give you a rebate up to $600. I don't know what the money was, but the water heater and which I put in, and the fuse box, but the one for the fuse box hasn't been passed yet from the federal government, and it probably won't get passed because I don't think they want to deal with that. So I'm not sure if there's going to be money put to that or not, but probably not. But that would have been nice to have some of that taken off my taxes too. But hopefully I'll get the water heater, because I think they set up the $600 rebate or something like that. There's there's a certain form like 5138 or something that you can fill out and put all your energy efficient stuff there. So that'll be nice. Oh, the big screen. Okay, I didn't know that Jaws was back on the big screen. Free LED. Yes, Noreen, that's right. They were sending out LED light bulbs, but the problem was the ones we got were the curly Q ones, and those things cause fires. So if You got those curly Q ones? I would get rid of them. A friend sent me a letter with the Alaska mosquito taped on the back. That's actually funny. Yeah, that's right. Carolyn, that's right. There was a girl there, and she had it. Yeah, her hand was reattached. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Scott, you're right. Yeah. So yes, there's nine. So both of us are right. There's a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, two separate attacks. And I just know because my wife was saying something about it because our neighbor was vacationing in Hilton Head this past week. So I don't know if she was supposed to leave today. So I don't know if she was there when it happened or if she was even in that area. I don't know. We'll have to ask her when she gets home. Hey, Gary with 2 R's. That's pretty good. You and Captain Billy. You're spot on tonight. Your husband's uncle's car's in the Jaws movie? Oh, tell us more. You got the energy credit for the new window. Yeah, that's good. Now, I have, Dave. I have used these poles, but not lately. Not lately. Dang, you have. Yeah, look it up, Dean. They're saying, don't take my word for anything in life, of course, but they're saying that those curly Q lights have caused fires before. And then you're not even allowed to throw them in the garbage, supposedly, but shh, I do all the time. But I got rid of them and replaced everything with LED. I after I read a couple stories about those curly Qs, I'm like, nah, not for me. Why take a chance? I mean, light bulbs are not $1 million. I mean, for a few bucks, just change them. As a matter of fact, I got to show you one. Yeah, what kind of car was that, Dana? 95 degrees. You're going to pass on your dinner walk. Carlos, that's true. They've been giving out all kinds of them. Trust me. Dana, if I get rid of be careful not to break them. Yeah, it's toxic. That's right. Yeah, fluorescents and the curly Qs, they're in the same category. Yeah, you should recycle them. Yes. Yeah, they do have mercury. Yep. The Cleveland Barons. That's right. Now we had the Jacks. There was another farm team or something. But anyway, I was going to tell you about this light because now they're getting so fancy. I have a light that went out in the back probably 3 months ago, and I never replaced it. Just a spotlight. So I got these two. Look at what they do now. I mean, they're to the point now where they're so fancy, which usually fancy means junk because there's just more stuff to break easier. Set this down. But you can get 5 different temperature modes. Yeah, I know it's hard to see. I can't even see it. But you can bring it down here and you get super bright and whatever. And they got all these different things. And then here you can go from it's adjustable. And that adjustment is 90 watt, 120 watt, or 150 watt. And then you have the adjustable white. Choose from 6 common shades of white. I mean, wow. We've gone from simple light bulbs to this kind of stuff. It's really amazing. It's amazing. He thinks it was a Cadillac. There was a Cadillac. They featured that Jeep in Jaws. I think the sheriff or whatever drove that Jeep. And then there was a Cadillac that the mayor drove, I think. And then they showed one other car. It was a black car. I don't remember whose that was. Those are just some of the ones that I remember. Is the casing plastic? Ooh, that's a good question. It's light. I don't know. It's really light, so I would think it's probably made out of some type of plastic or something. And it's just, it's got you can see the LEDs in there. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but this extra stuff that they have on here now is it's just amazing what they're doing now with lighting. Just amazing. Or at least I got that put in today, so I got something done. Okay, hey, guess what? We get to do one more because last week, 2 weeks ago, Diva declined the card. Last week, Stewart declined the card. And then we had somebody from China, somebody else, and they never, I didn't say start yet. I didn't say start. They never responded to me. So we're going to start here in a second. In a second. Here's the countdown. So 0 to 100 for a $25 Amazon gift card. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go. I could get a drink of water. Now go. Oh, wow. What the heck? I thought I had a... I thought I had a delay on there. Well, there's just a lot of people here. So if anybody's new, yeah, you guess the number and you'll get a $25 Amazon gift card. As soon as you email me, I'll just send it to your email. All on the up and up, all done by Buzz's Retirement Garage. Nothing to do with YouTube. And I have to say that for legal purposes once in a while. I don't know why they tell you to do that, but they do. So a number between 0 and 100, and Mrs. Buzz picked it out. And Diva. I think that's hilarious. I just love it. I love it. Diva's got the 99. You guys check me out to make sure I didn't miss anybody, but Diva, you returned it last time, and now you win again. So basically the gods are saying that you have to take it. You don't really have a choice in the matter, is what it seems to me. Because I believe in that type of karma. I really do. Just like when Stewart, he gives me the money to shave my mustache, and then he wins. But of course, Diva says put it back and play again. Look at that. Isn't that something? All right, so we're going to put it back. Diva, that's just so funny, though. I don't even know where my pen's at now. I've got to find my marker. All right, we're going to try this again. But now, wait. Yeah, Captain Billy. I don't know about you, Captain Billy. All right, let me think of a good number because I would think of a number that's come up with me. I can tell you a number. I could add 2 zeros to it, and that's what the lawyer just charged us for the mediation. So I'm going to use that, and you got a hint. So, okay, go ahead. Go now. 0 to 100, thanks to Diva. We're going to do this one more time. We are going to do this one more time. 0 to 100, and oh gosh, I hope I can keep up. KDZ, look at that. KDZ, it looks like, guys, check me out. But it looks like KDZ was on the ball on that one. KDZ. Lawyers are expensive, yeah. Yeah, the mediation was $1,800. So you put 2 zeros behind that 18. Yeah. And that wasn't even our lawyer, so yeah. Was Katie the first? Yeah, Captain Billy. Thank you, 280 Zone. Yeah, Captain Billy, it almost doesn't seem fair, does it? Well, Captain Billy, you got yours not too long ago. I remember. Hopefully you got more than 1,800. We did. We did get more than 1,800, but I'll do a video about that one day because I want to wait till all the paperwork's finalized and all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And I don't want to say anything out of school that could impact what's happened. But it is retirement related too. It's all about trust and wills and different things. So it'll actually be it'll be a story about what to be careful about, what to do and what not to do, and from a first world real life experience. Sometimes people talk about different things that have happened. They read an article and they say, well, this person, this is all real life. A lot of the stuff I tell you guys is all real life that's happened to me, or I get information from you guys, emails from you guys. Like the one video I did, Laura had sent me that video about what happens if your spouse passes away. Like what, and I never wanted to do that type of video, but I ended up doing it a couple days ago, or 2 or 3 days ago, and kind of listed how things would be. So why didn't the rattlesnake bite the lawyer? I don't know. How come? Sights and hikes. I thought you got that lawyer in lieu of a few rotisserie chickens. Yeah. I hope I wish they would take chickens, but rattlesnakes, no bite was a professional courtesy. An educational video. Hey. I was just discussing wills with my best friend. It can get tricky. Well, what's really tricky is the trust. And of course, we're not going to get into it here, but the irrevocable trust is really the way to go, I think. And, there's drawbacks to that too. So it's really interesting that, because, how do you want to do things? And now the two lawyers, it was funny because our lawyer, our attorney, and the mediation attorney were discussing how Fifth Third Bank, which I belong to, one of my banks I belong to, has this thing that they sent me about. They'll give you a free will if you sign up to do a trust with them. And the two lawyers were complaining to each other. The mediator lawyer brought it up because she said, do you believe they're doing this on, they're sending it out to people from the bank and they're going to get their wills done and everything else. And they're moaning that they're going to be out of business on those type of things because that's easy money for them. So, they weren't real happy about it. And I just sat back and kind of smirked. It's like, hey, AI is going to take over. A lot of things are going to take over, and there's a lot of things are going to happen that are going to change. And I'm not saying AI changed that, but that's another one of those things where, you've had different, LegalZoom for years. LegalZoom's been out there for 15 years, I think. Now there's just more and more companies doing that type of stuff. All right, Angela, thank you for being here. Yes. Yeah, Dean, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Tool Guy 1969. Sorry, you must be on a delay. Yeah, the FTM 22. You're absolutely right. You got to be very careful. Yes. But, the irrevocable, I think, hides from Medicaid. It hides things from Medicaid better than a regular trust. And it all depends what your end game is, what your goal is. If you have short or long term life insurance, there's just so many aspects to it. I should make sure that I'm on top chat. I better make sure I'm on live chat. Did that change anything? I don't know. When you did your wills, your bank would do the notary for the medical power of attorney, but not the will. Yeah, there's some banks, they won't touch. There's a lot of legal ramifications to the things that they do, and And wills can get caught in court, and it can get, really crazy. Yeah, the 280 zone. You're right. They lack the will to enforce them without hiring an attorney. Right. That's why I think going to like our attorney, we said that once this case was over, that we were going to do some things with her. I do have a will through another different place, but we haven't looked at any trust yet. Yeah, Nancy, that's what I use. LegalZoom for the will. Right. And I thought we're not going to have any issues, but you never know. So Wimbledon, I don't know. I didn't even know Wimbledon was going. Hey, Vicky West. Yeah, we're almost at goodbye. That's right. The bank wouldn't sign a will. That's weird. We attacked Iran? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, yeah. That's a 50-50 deal there. I don't know. They've been talking about that since 1979. You guys all remember the Iran hostage situation with Carter, and then Reagan got in there, and Obama talked about doing something. Reagan talked about doing something. Everybody talked about it, and maybe it was time, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Theo, you got to get it done too. That's right. But I would probably go to an attorney if you can. Peter, June 11th. You're going to Cleveland, Georgia. I thought you were going to say Cleveland, Ohio. I would have welcomed you with open arms. Need a will and a trust. You don't want to own anything. Yeah, but the trust, you still own stuff, TV the Great, if you don't do the irrevocable, is what I understand. Again, I have just touched the very tip of the iceberg on that stuff. I have not gone in depth, so don't listen to me when it comes to that. But it sounded like to me, hearing, and checking Chat GPT and checking Grok, that the irrevocable is the way to go to really hide your stuff. But that takes some discipline, and there's some things you have to do. So I need to remember to fund your trust with your accounts and keep accounts up to date. Yeah. I think some people inside the government are looking for payback. You're probably right. I remember that. As a matter of fact, Gib Shanley, he was a sportscaster on Cleveland TV, WEWS Channel 5, and he actually burned an Iranian flag on air. And I remember that. And no, he wasn't fired for it, but I tell you what, that was a moment that got played nationwide. Who's your favorite actor? I don't know if I have a favorite actor. I tell you, some of these new people that are out there now, I don't even know who they are. It's sad. It's just really sad. Favorite actor? I'll tell you what, I just really enjoyed the James Bond series with Roger Moore and Sean Connery. I like them both. I guess if I had to choose right off the top of my head, those movies and those guys, I think were pretty cool. Income in a trust can be taxed at a high tax rate. Oh, yeah? Ox Talks is an estate attorney with good. Okay, Ox Talks. I might check him out. I assume it's a guy, right? I mean, I don't know that, but I'll check it out. Ox Talks. Send me an email to that if you would, old radio dude. If you would, please just send me an email with that link for their channel, because you know me, I forget, and I'm going through so many channels. I don't know if Reagan bombed Iran in the 80s. I don't think he did. Yeah, he went to Grenada. Remember that movie? Yeah, that's right. When your mother passed, nobody would talk to you unless you have power of attorney. That's correct. And that's very important to have a power of attorney, either spouse, or you have to have somebody that is able to do those things for you if you're incapable of making those decisions. That's very important too. Oh, Captain Billy, you're so sweet. I'm going to come to Menards and buy you a hammer. Yes. Yes. Spielmaker, you got to have a copy in probate court. I'm telling you. The first thing that people are going to do, that different places will do, is look to see if you're actually who you are. And because anybody could come in there and just say, but they will, a lot of places will look up through your city government and see if it's filed. It's public information. Anybody can do it. And if it's not on file, sometimes you have to have all the copies, you have to have all the signatures, and they'll still do some checking. We know, we went through that just recently. So Clint Eastwood. Yeah, there's so many. What? Vicky, I never heard that. Goldfinger. Oh, yeah. Goldfinger was a good movie. Well, you guys are talking about this. Let me just double check here. I'm not seeing anything. B-2 bombers fly across Pacific. Nah. I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out on the on here. Oops. Here we go. What the heck I'm doing? What happened? What did I do? There we go. All right, Pack. We'll see you. We're getting ready to get out of here anyway. James Bond, of course, yes. Putting a house in a trust may reset the base for. Oh yeah, TJ Texas. That is a very, very good point, because if you have a low tax rate because your home hasn't been evaluated in a long time, reassessed, and then you do something to change that, there's a good possibility, depending on your state, local, county, or whatever, that you could get the higher evaluation. So I'm not saying that's what would happen, but it's possible, and that's a very good point. How are you going to handle the heat wave? It's going to be a heat wave. I'm not afraid of the heat. I'm not afraid, but more than likely, I'll drink my Wawa and stay in the house. I do have to walk dogs on Monday, so that could be interesting. We'll see what happens. Trump made an announcement on Truth Social, U.S. bombed 3 sites. Wow. I haven't seen it. Hey, Randy. I haven't seen it yet. New York Times website? Okay. Well, when we get off here, we'll have to check it out. I'm sure it'll be all over the news. That's all they're going to talk about for the next 2 weeks. Hey, Tech Top. All right. Well, all right. So everybody, Buzzfinger. I like that. All right. Well, you guys are going to be preoccupied with the war now. So, oh boy, you know what? Monday's going to be something in the stock market too. Yikes. Things are changing. My father-in-law used to say, things are changing, boy. And I think I'm going to reiterate that. Things are changing, boy. Yep. All right, guys, girls, it's been an hour and 18 minutes. Congratulations to the winners, Alton and Katie. Make sure you guys email me, and we will see you, hopefully, if we don't get struck, we will see you next Saturday. We do a Wednesday at 2 o'clock as well. That's just so we could get, there's a different group of people that can't make Saturdays. Just so you know, it's not always for sure on Wednesday. It's hit and miss. We've been doing it at 2 for a few weeks, but it's not guaranteed or anything like that. Most times I don't even put out an announcement. I just put on the computer and whoever's there is there. So, but otherwise, we will see you Saturday. Thanks, Steve and Dean and Randy. Old radio dude. Dr. No. That's right. Yeah, Marcy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, let's get in our bunkers now. Lock and load, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I tell you what, they do not. They do not. I don't care who you are, Republican, Democrat, Independent. I don't care who you are. You don't mess with the USA. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't care who you are. So we will see you guys next week, hopefully. Take care.